Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Land USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on this Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week. And we got some news to tell you about, so we'll get started.
All right. Law enforcement across the Ozarks continues to honor two fallen Christian County deputies this morning. Deputy Michael Heislope, 40, and Deputy Gabriel Ramirez, who was 30, were remembered Wednesday during a procession through Ozark. Deputy Ramirez was shot during a traffic stop near Highlandville. Investigators say the suspect, Richard Bird, fled the scene. Patrol vehicles are still parked on the historic Ozark Square, covered in flowers, as the community mourns and continues to bring things by and put them on the cars. Sheriff Brad Cole warns donations should only go through the Christian County Deputy Sheriff Association to avoid scams. Businesses and schools in Ozark are stepping up to support the families of the fallen deputies. Restaurants on the square and elsewhere in town are collecting donations and pledging proceeds, while the Christian County 100 Club is providing financial assistance. Ozark schools have lowered flags to half staff, and meetings out of respect have been rescheduled. Officials say funeral arrangements will be announced in the coming days, and we will keep you posted.
Man. Then there's this, a decades-old murder case out of Douglas County has finally reached a conclusion. Bobby Lee Banks has been sentenced to life in prison without parole for the 1989 murder of a 24-year-old Kelly Ann Workman. Banks entered an Alford plea to second-degree murder, which acknowledges the prosecutors likely had enough evidence to convict him, but it is not him admitting guilt. He is still sentenced for it, however. Workman was abducted from a cemetery where she worked. Her body was found days later in Christian County. A Springfield man will spend the next 14 years in prison for two separate arson cases. We told you about these arson cases when they happened. Now we have the sentencing. Michael Fields pleaded guilty to setting fires at an apartment complex and at a home with a person inside. Court records show he used gasoline to ignite both fires and caused significant damage in doing so. Investigators say the resident was able to get out of that house and escape through a back door as the flames spread.
Oh. Switching gears now, Springfield Public Schools is expanding hands-on career opportunities for students. The district has received federal approval to launch a paid HVAC apprenticeship program and is working to add a welding program as well with the Paul Mueller Company. Up to 5 students could earn industry credentials and as much as $25 per hour while still in school. Not too shabby. District leaders say the goal is to graduate students who are ready for high demand, real world jobs.
And somewhere Mike Rowe is smiling about that. Yes. I think this is great. I think we're going to see a lot more of this sort of thing as AI becomes more real and threatens to wipe out a lot of white collar jobs. But at this point, there's no way AI can do plumbing or HVAC or
pour
welding.
Concrete. Yes.
Yeah, any of the things that we're talking about right now. So trade schools likely are going to see a rise in students looking to attend because they can make good livings there, number one. But number two, because the concern that AI is coming for computer programmers and all sorts of things like that had been the big jobs for the last 30 years.
Yes. There's a leadership change coming to Parkview High School. Josh Lawless, currently an assistant principal at Hillcrest, will take over as principal July 1st at Parkview. He replaces Megan Brown, who's moving into a new district role next school year. Lawless, who is a former teacher in Ozark, says building strong relationships will be a top priority.
Okay. Hunters and anglers probably know this, but just a reminder in case, because sometimes the time flies and the calendar moves forward faster than you think, and you end up there before you know it. But annual permits expire on Saturday. Saturday is the last day at the end of the month. The Missouri Department of Conservation says 2026 permits are now available online through mobile apps or local vendors, like always. Permits cover fishing, small game, trout, combination hunting, and fishing licenses, all of the above. Officials are urging outdoor enthusiasts to renew before you head out this spring, which makes sense because then you don't get caught with your pants down, and you don't want.
I also noticed that you say the word permit instead of permit.
Well, how did I say it? What was I saying?
You said it like this: many annual permits.
Oh, yeah.
I would have said annual permits.
Okay. Well, you say tomato, I say tomato.
He's a St. Lucian.
You're the only person who says that, by the way. That's not an actual thing. A St. Lucian.
I know. I don't really say St. Lucian.
It's St. Louisan.
I know.
Let me see what the while you're doing your thing here, I'm going to find out what the dictionary says.
Okay, I'll keep going. Springfield's West Central neighborhood is preparing for the Route 66 Centennial, the Mother Road Business Curb Appeal Program. That's kind of a fun program. The Curb Appeal Program is offering matching funds up to $500 for storefront improvements. We need to make the city beautiful, people, just like LA is doing for the Olympics and Kansas City is doing for the World Cup. Eligible businesses between Kimbrough and Kansas Expressway can apply right now with priority deadlines approaching. Participants will also be featured during the Route 66 Festival Block Party.
All right.
Did you find if it was permit or permit?
Both Merriam-Webster and dictionary.com say permit. So mit is stressed, but the second possibility is the way you say it, permit.
Okay.
I love being right on live TV.
What is that supposed to mean? Mine is on there too.
It was on there too, and it wasn't the preferred. Only by you.
You also say finance instead of finance. And I say finance because I was taught to in journalism school, but I want to say finance because it just sounds more palatable.
High and mighty. All right. Well, now that we've solved that.
It's the weirdest thing that you're celebrating being right. Like that has like never happened before.
Chalk another one win up for Big E. A Drury University student athlete is earning honors on and off the course. Congratulations to Tyler Harris. This is cool. He's been named the Great Lakes Valley Conference Men's Cross Country Scholar Athlete of the Year, which is a lot of words to say, but it fills up a certificate, no doubt. The Springfield native set school records in the 8K and the 10K and maintains all the while a perfect 4.0 GPA in architecture, which will serve him well.
That alone is impressive.
That is impressive, yeah. Harris will compete on the national stage after qualifying for the NCAA championships. So well done, Tyler Harris. Congratulations to you, and keep up the good work.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Until then.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is mild across the Ozarks this morning with temperatures well above freezing. We've got numbers in the 40s to start you out. little bit of rain on the radar last night, not a whole lot to speak of. And I think in large part today is dry across the Ozarks. In fact, sunshine should take over in our forecast. Numbers this morning are feeling more like the upper 30s when you factor in that wind chill. We've got numbers feeling more like 38 in Springfield, but overall, we're in for a mild day across the Ozarks. Wind shouldn't be too bad through the course of the afternoon. I am expecting these above normal temperatures take place for the rest of the work week forecast. And even as we head closer to the weekend, I think they stick around for us, especially on Saturday. There is an area of low pressure associated with a frontal boundary that passed through, and it's the reason we got a bit of rain overnight. Rain chances were kind of few and far between. There may be some residual cloud cover from that early this morning, but I don't think it hangs around long on your Thursday. Friday and Saturday, they could be 20 degrees warmer than average for this time of the year. Temperatures will be in the 70s both of those days and maybe even mid 70s on Saturday. My advice is to make some outdoor plans because it's going to be kind of this false spring as we head into the end of the work week and the weekend. Might as well take advantage of it. Head outside, get some fresh air before temperatures cool off again early next week. I also have some precip chances that return to our extended forecast. That happens as early as Sunday. Yeah, system's still a bit in question. I expect that we see some rain chances in the forecast on Sunday, especially Sunday afternoon and evening, and then it will be turning cooler by the end of the weekend and into the early part of next week. Until that gets here, though, things are looking pretty good for us. In fact, today I have a high temperature of about 68 degrees. We will see temperatures in the 70s on Friday. It'll be very warm across the Ozarks, both Friday and Saturday. In fact, I think on Saturday we're well up into the mid 70s. There will be a southwest wind on Friday, gusts as high as 20 miles an hour, but the wind doesn't look too bad on Saturday. Sunny, 75, and a wind that is tolerable. Yeah, that's why I'm saying make some outdoor plans. It'll be really nice. Around the country, what's happening? Well, this morning, we're starting to see a series of clipper systems develop in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Those will be bringing additional snowfall to the central and eastern United States. We've also got showers and thunderstorms for the southeast associated with some of those fast-moving systems. Things are pretty tranquil here in the Midwest, and we're finally getting some quiet time out on the West Coast as well. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with yesterday was this. What is the name for the tiny plastic or metal tube at the end of a shoelace? Do you think it is A, a ferrule, B, aglet, C, grommet, or D, eyelet? Did you know that it has a name and that name is B, aglet? So the next time you're tying your shoelaces, see what kind of aglet you have. Metal, plastic. There's a name for it, and that's what it is. So congrats if B was your guess. Here's the next trivia question that I'll leave you with. What common household item was originally invented to clean wallpaper? Do you think that was A, the vacuum cleaner, B, the eraser, C, the broom, or D, the sponge? Which of these common household items was originally invented to clean wallpaper? Let me know your guess. You can do that at the website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. Just a reminder, if you enter our trivia question, all correct answers from the week are put into a drawing at the end of the week, and somebody wins $25 to Chicken Salad Chick. So it's free to enter and answer. So go ahead and head on over to the website and claim your prize, or try to. All right. Thanks so much to our sponsors this morning: Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a great Thursday, everyone. It will be sunny, high temperatures in the mid 60s, a super enjoyable day to get out and about. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow with more good news and temperatures in the 70s as we continue to enjoy the false spring in the Ozarks. Have a great one.